guys, you're watching Cait Straight Up, and I'm Caitlin, and today I'm going to show you how to make Portobello Margherita pizzas on the grill. I love this recipe. I love mushrooms, I love portobello, and I also love margherita pizza, but this way I get all those fun flavors. You could pop them on the grill in the summer, and it's not all that heavy with the bread and the cheese. It's a little bit lighter and perfect for your summer barbecue or just grilling in your backyard. It's a really easy recipe. You guys are going to love it, so let's get started. You're going to start with 4 large portobellos like this, and make sure to take the stem out and clean out the inside of the mushroom. You're then going to take the outside and brush it with a little bit of olive oil before placing it down on your tray to stuff with your other ingredients. Now that we have our portobellos laid out on the tray, it's time to start stuffing them. So you can actually make this recipe with any pizza ingredients that you want. I'm going to make mine today like a margherita style. So instead of heavy sauce and cheese, we have a fresh mozzarella, some nice thin sliced tomato, and a really nice basil pesto that we're going to put in here. But again, any ingredients that you want to try this recipe with works. But this is what I'm going to do today. So I have a garlic paste here that I'm actually going to rub on the insides of the mushrooms. You could skip this step if you want, if you think it'll be too much garlic, but I love garlic. And this underneath the cheese makes it super yummy. So just put in a dollop and then kind of spread it out. If you don't have a garlic paste, you can actually just use garlic powder, or I have a recipe for a garlic paste. It's pretty much just olive oil and garlic, so not hard to whip up. After that, we're going to lay out some nice slices of some fresh mozzarella right into the center. Now, mozzarella spreads, so you don't want anything that's going to go overboard and get all over your grill. Because as my husband, who does a lot of the grilling, tells me, that just makes a mess, and then therefore you have a lot to clean up, or things that could catch on fire later down the line. So you're going to want to use the amount of cheese, assuming that it's going to spread as it cooks. After that, I have a little bit of a shredded Parmesan. These are the cheese flavors that I like to use, but go ahead and explore some other options if you want. And then it's time for your tomato. Now, I like to keep my tomato very, very thin. That way, it's nice and thin on top of your cheese, and you don't have like a thick slice of tomato there. But again, that's just my personal preference, so whatever you think for you and your family. Again, the cheese will spread out as it cooks, so this tomato will just be sitting on top of some nice melted cheese. It's going to be delicious. And the last part is a really nice basil pesto. So that was actually one of the first recipes I did on Cait Straight Up years and years and years ago with no equipment. So if you do go watch that recipe, the recipe is fantastic. It's still the one I use today, though I have a lot better lighting, a much bigger kitchen, and a microphone. So I don't want to hear about how I'm yelling in that video because I've heard enough of that. Anyway, we're going to top it off with some pesto right on top. You can also use some nice slices of a fresh basil. If you have it, that works as well. Once they are nicely arranged, it's time to go outside to the grill. So you're going to want to make sure that your grill's on medium heat. You don't want anything to like burn. You don't want to go too crazy. And you're just going to put them right onto the grate. You can also put them on a tray. Either way works, but right onto the grill. You're going to grill them until the mushrooms are soft and the cheese is melted. You'll know that because, hey, everyone knows what a cooked mushroom looks like. And when it's time, it is time. Once your cheese is melted and your mushrooms are nice and soft, these Portobello Margherita pizzas are ready to eat. You can always drizzle with a little bit of balsamic, but honestly, with the garlic and with the pesto, there's enough flavor there just to enjoy on your own. Make sure to subscribe to Cait Straight Up for more recipes like this one every week. Find me on Instagram, Cait Straight Up Cooking, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.